What's up, guys? It's getting real quiet around here. That's actually a real cricket. That ain't editing. Little bugger's loud in here. So this week, we got a whole ton of things that we're taking care of and just like all over the place. So we got a bit of a variety show today. First off, we're gonna take a little cruise out into the desert and I'm gonna try out my new drone and see how that goes. Next, we finally finished up all the power steering on this. We got the power steering lines and everything finished, hooked up, and done dizzle, and we're gonna give you a little close up of that. It's nothing too exciting. I'm gonna finish up these spark plug wires here real quick, and then probably not gonna be real quick, but we're gonna try. And yeah, we just got a crazy weekend going through here. And before we get too crazy into this video, nope, we're not going to the map. I actually don't have enough entries right now because I just edited the last video. So comment where you're watching from and I'll put a red pin on the map. You'll see that in previous videos. But I also want to put a shout out to some of the companies that have reached out to me for products and different things like that. I got Adelphi LED headlamps. I got Oxido LED lights. I got all sorts of stuff going on right now, along with Vivor. They're sending me all sorts of products and stuff, so I really appreciate all them. So I'll throw the affiliate links for some of these products in the description of the video, so please check them out. It really helps me out, you know, especially if you buy something, but I ain't gonna push you that hard. But we're all over the place right now. We're trying to make this channel grow, so you'll see me all over the place, and hopefully we'll kind of narrow it back down to something a little more related to what we're working on, but we're hanging in there right now with these products. And I also really appreciate all the love I get and the comments and the emails everybody sends. You know, I really appreciate it, so make sure you leave a comment, you subscribe, you like this video, because every little bit helps, especially these small channels. And I put my email in the description of this video, so please reach out if you just want to send a message and say, hey, what's going on? I also give out free stickers. If you send me your address, I'll send you a sticker. That's kind of cool, right? But I love hearing from you guys. It makes me feel real important, especially for such a small guy like me. But yeah, let's get to this. I have a feeling you're gonna hear this cricket throughout the whole video, so sorry about that. He's living somewhere back in this corner. I'm not gonna dig through all that junk to get him out of there. Once I start talking, he stops. But as soon as I stop, he starts going again. See? There he goes again. All right, I found him. He was like straight up just sitting underneath the pole there. So let's see if we can get him out of here real quick. Got him. Sucker. There you go, buddy. Go live outside. So we made it out here into the desert because I'm gonna try out this drone. I want to see how this thing works. Finally got a good day. I'm up early. Actually didn't go to bed today. So it's still, I don't know, 9 o'clock in the morning, something like that. But as you can see, it looks like we're way out here, but my little town is right there. So it's really easy to get out into the desert out in this area. So it's kind of a steep road that I had to go up. I should have got that on video, holy cow. So we came up this road right there. It drops way down. It's got a steep section, and then on the other side of those water towers, it goes deep down again. So it was quite the climb for this truck, and it just keeps going on and on. It's kind of a messy little area being right outside of town. I think there's lots of glass and broken things. People come out here and shoot. Nice little 38 special there. So all sorts of junk on the ground out here. It's pretty littered. Kind of what people do, I guess, in the desert is they litter. But that's not why we're out here. Let's check out this drone. So this is why we're here. This little guy. This is the DJI Mini 3 Pro. It says right there, Mini 3 Pro. And then we got the version that has a handheld controller here, its own controller, so I don't have to use a cell phone or anything. So let's try this thing out and see if I can figure it out. So I've never even, bug. So I've never even turned this thing on yet. Batteries are all charged up. At least I charged them several weeks ago when I got it. So hopefully everything's good to go. So we're just gonna see what happens. All right, power is on, I think. So I don't know if you can see on the screen, but I have to go through little setup menus and stuff. I've never used this, so it wants to connect to Wi-Fi, but there ain't no Wi-Fi out here. Uh-oh. Do I have to activate this at home? Shoot. Apparently I got to set this up at home. I need Wi-Fi. God damn it. Well, we came out here for nothing then. Well, it's a nice little trip. Well, since that drone doesn't seem to be working right now, I got to set it up at home with a Wi-Fi connection. We're just going to keep cruising down this road. It is very rough for this big truck. That's why I want a smaller wheeler for exploring. Kind of cool out here though. It's really nice. We're just on this little dirt road out in BLM land here. It's more of a trail here. The actual dirt road you can see when we come to a stop is actually down below. You see the road down there. That's more of a, I think it's a gravel road. It actually has a name. Looks like it goes to a utility out there somewhere. But yeah, we're gonna connect to that and then turn around and loop back and go home and try and get this drone set up. See, if I had the drone, I could just have it follow me through here. Whew, it is steep and slippery. It's pretty loose gravel. But we're going down, we should be alright. I don't know if this shows like the elevation. I'm actually like looking way out there. Steep little short mountains out here. Little rock there. I like this little trail, this is fun. And we're now on a little bit more of a maintained road, I think. Looking at all this stuff out here, there's roads going up that little mountain, there's roads going everywhere out here to explore. So I do have my eyes on a smaller 4x4. I want to get something brand new because this is kind of my daily driver, and this thing's over 100,000 miles now, and I'd like to preserve it a little bit. So it would be nice to have something a little smaller as a daily driver, but fun and 4x4. So I've got my eyes on something. Can you guess what it is? It's that little utility thing that's out here. You got power running out to it or whatever it does, I don't know. Let's see if we see any names on it. Who runs this? It must be water. I see pipes. Probably a well. That would be my guess. Friendly valve assembly. High pressure, oh, gas pipeline. Interesting. Huh. Well, let's not do anything too crazy out here. This road just goes on. I think this is actually the pipeline here, looking by the markers that I just passed. See them in the mirror there? I'm guessing this line is actually the pipeline. I wonder how far this road goes. Well, I guess we can go see for a little ways. Just cruising along. I'm gonna pull to the right here. It looks like there's a shooting area over here I want to check out. I've heard there's something out here. I don't know if this is kind of the main one or if there's multiples, I'm sure. But I'm gonna see this real quick. Some sort of a burned out vehicle or a trashed vehicle up here. Yeah, that's got a few holes in it. So you can see they got a whole shooting range on the side of this hill here. The backstop of that rock wall, I guess. It's nice to consolidate it like this at least. If they're gonna trash an area, keep it in one area, but it's kind of messy. Just keeps going. A little band of wild horses out there just chilling. Pretty cool out here though. It just goes on and on. There's tons of stuff to drive on and ride on. This is the app that I use when I'm cruising around out here. This is Onyx Off-Road. I pay for the subscription so I get a couple more features, but it's really nice. It shows all the dirt roads everywhere out here, so you can kind of figure out where you need to go to get somewhere. And I got reflections like crazy on it. You probably can't really see much, but if you do a lot of exploring and stuff, it's definitely worth checking out. And we came to a nice crossroad. I think I'm gonna take this back to the highway and get back home for a little bit. This one's nice and smooth. I can go fast. So close. The highway's right up there, but there's a gate here. The backside of that sign says Nevada Cement Company or something, so they must be on this land here. But yeah, I gotta go back around the other way. We're just cruising back. Kind of a nice high point here, aren't we? This is on the pipeline road again as we're headed back to where we came from. That was that shooting area out there, is that car. Really neat landscape. Where we're gonna end up heading is up, and then we head over to those tanks over there. They're like the city water tanks. Those actually have one of them has a really cool like mural on it, which is kind of why I wanted to get the drone up over there. Wanted to see if I could get a cool shot of it or whatnot, but yeah, just a neat area. Gotta take the fun way sometimes. This is what we came down earlier here. Let's see if we can go back up. Looks a little intimidating from here. I probably normally wouldn't do it if I hadn't come down it already. No problem. This little squiggly section up ahead here is that real loose stuff, so we'll see how that goes. I think we'll be just fine. Too rough to hold it out the window. This is cool though. This is fun. Just going up. This was probably the sketchiest spot when I came up that I didn't show. So like that side's really steep. I didn't go up that side. I came up this side, but it's real steep and kind of curves off. So yeah, it's kind of wild. There's the big water towers to the right. And they dumped a little engine block out here. GM, Chevy small block, of some sort. It says 5.7 on it. No main caps. Carrying on. One last little drop off. Then we are home free. I cannot see where this road goes. Oh, there it is. So up there is where we came from. That's the water tower, the mural on it. I wanted to see on the drone up close. And then right there we got a bunch of horses. Alright, so back to the truck here. Last weekend I had installed all the major components. I got almost everything completely done. The only thing I was missing was all the return lines going to my reservoir here. So off camera I spent a little time here and I put all these fancy little AN fittings on my return lines. This is not the correct hose for those fittings, so that was kind of a pain in the butt to get in there. Hopefully they work out fine. If not, there's more expensive options to remedy that. But I went through and I actually zip tied my hoses all together here and kind of cleaned things up, and I don't know, it looks pretty good, I think. I got great lighting too from this this Odelphi LED headlamp. I'm just hanging it around my neck right now to let it kind of hang down, and God, that thing works good, doesn't it? Sorry, I don't want to be a salesman to you guys. But I'm really happy with the way all this is coming out. But next, I want to replace all these spark plug wires. I gotta rip those off and see how my new retainers that I modified last week are gonna work. Hopefully everything works out right, so I'm done with that. So I'm gonna do that off camera as well, so I don't bore you with, you know, spark plug wire replacement. I'm not doing that kind of video. So I'll see you in a second. And real quick, I got a quick dash cam video for you. This was kind of cool. I was driving home one morning, because I get off in the mornings, and a bobcat ran across me. So tell me what you think of this. 1 second later and the ram would have rammed the cat. More randomness for this video. Check it out, it's raining. I live in the desert, so it's always a big event. So we've had the craziest storms this weekend. I don't know if it has to do with, oh, there's lightning. If it has to do with the hurricane that's gonna hit Southern California, but they've talked about how it might actually come all the way up here. I'm in the Reno area, so I could get hit with that. And yeah, we've had some crazy wind and rain this weekend. I like seeing this stuff though. It's real nice. See the old Ram's getting a wash after its little desert cruise. Woo, it's cold. That water has big drops. It has big raindrops. Can't show you a whole much more than that because it's so dark outside, but Jesus, this weekend's been kind of nuts. I got lucky when I did go out to the desert and cruise around that it was kind of between storms. It was kind of interesting. Ooh, look at that. Now that looks good. Those spark plug wires are retained. That's actually really clean looking. I really like that. Whole motor's looking good now. We got this side going on also. Man, this is looking all right. I'm liking this. So it's too late in the night right now to start this thing, which I need to, so I'm gonna have to get with you in the morning. So I'll put some power steering fluid in this thing, check it for leaks and whatnot. We gotta fire this thing up and see if it's working. And it's the next day. Got some sleep last night. We're up again here. So I already topped off my fluid up to a good level there. Haven't really bled anything yet, so we're gonna have to see how that goes. Some spark plug wires are looking good. We got the battery charger on, because apparently this battery's pretty dead. Luckily I just threw it on just in case, and well, it's charging. It was down to 1 bar there, so I don't think it would have started anyways. But I think we're good now. I want to try and start it. Well, it starts, that's good. It kind of died on its own, so I want to look everything over, check that fluid level in that pump, and I don't know, look for leaks or whatever. So far so good. Let's try it again. I shut it down. I saw a little gas leak on the back of the throttle body unit, so I gotta tighten up that line and make sure that doesn't happen no more. All right, fuel leak is fixed. Power steering is still topped off, so let's give it a little turny-roo and some brake action to see if everything's working better. would say that's a huge success. We got turning, we got brakes, our power steering pump's not screaming anymore. I think we got this. That makes me super happy. So if you remember, probably what, 2 or 3 months ago now, I drove this thing out of the garage. It was kind of the first time driving it out on this new suspension and all that stuff that I did over the winter. And I had major oil leaks, so I brought it back in. We fixed the oil leaks, and then I went to go test drive it again. The fuel system failed, so I didn't even get it out of the garage, so it's pretty much sat in the same exact spot as when that fuel system failed. And then, I fixed the fuel system, and then I decided I really need to fix that power steering, because the power steering basically just didn't work. That old pump on there was just not doing anything. It's how it's always been, even with the smaller tires. Since I've had it, that steering pump has not done much. So this is gonna be hopefully a good test drive. We've got fuel, we've got power steering, we've got oil leaks fixed, so hopefully everything goes right this time. I'm just gonna go around the block a few times and start checking things. Because once we get that dialed in, then we can start taking it a little bit further. I can start flexing the front out a little bit to figure out what I need to trim, and I still gotta get front shocks in this thing, stuff like that. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna let this battery charge up fully before I kind of take it for another drive, but we're looking pretty good. I also want to mention, once I get this thing out of this garage, or it's always gonna be parked in here probably, but once I can get it mobile, I can start cleaning things up. You know, I need to get all these old fuel tanks figured out. Those are full of fuel still. Deciding if I want to try and slowly introduce that into the truck and burn it or whatever else. And then, you know, just clean up all this junk. Oh, don't worry about that. All right, a successful test drive. Our pinion seal is leaking like crazy, so we're definitely gonna have to replace that, but that's a quick and easy one. Other than that, I just gotta go through and make sure everything else is not leaking too bad or everything's tight, but it's good to see it outside. Yeah, you can see how bad that thing's draining right now. That's pretty nasty, so That seal's completely shot. But the brakes seem to be working really good. That fuel system seems to be working good. All the fuel injection, everything seems to be working right. It just probably needs to do a little self-learning still, but everything seems to be working really good. It has a good amount of power. I was afraid it's gonna be a little sluggish with the 40s, but it seems to be pretty peppy, probably with those 456 gears, you know? So we're looking all right. And the power steering works awesome now, thank God. We finally had a fairly successful test drive. I actually enjoyed driving this thing this time, so that's really cool. So I'm gonna order up a couple seals, some pinion seals and stuff like that, and get those replaced, and I'm not making a video on that type of stuff or whatever, but I'm really happy with the direction everything's going. We are all tucked back up into the garage here. I got my floor all cleaned up underneath and degreased all my oil spills from all the power steering and oil leaks and stuff that we've been dealing with. So garage is looking a little better now. I think next I'm actually gonna take off these antennas, man. These things are really annoying going in and out of the garage. They look kind of cool, but it's an old CB antenna, and well, CBs are kind of dead these days. Probably end up taking that antenna off and shortening the radio antenna that's kind of weird aftermarket deal over there. But yeah, that's it. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and watch all my previous videos that pop up on your feeds, and I will really appreciate it. So I will talk to you guys next time.